Hi, hopefully everybody's having a nice weekend so far. Today is January 27, 2013. I thought in this video I'd take a moment and discuss the trade setup for Facebook. And it's just one form of technical analysis. And maybe you could use that for your arsenal on how to set up a trade, or it might just give you a little idea. So looking at Facebook here, and we're going to use multiple time frame. And the first thing is let's take a look at the weekly, and you can see on the weekly chart here, there's it's forming a nice little sort of like a inverted cup and cup and handle here. If we take a look at this little tool here, let me draw this out here, and you can see that it's forming some sort of a cup and handle. Or in addition to that, you can also see that there might be forming a little bull flag here, with this little flagpole, and then it possibly, will give you a little measure move up here, somewhere around this 36 level. And then looking at last week, if you could see that it also forming a inside bar, but that's the after the fact here. But looking at that, we basically have a breakout here, right? And it got a little false breakout, came back down and tried to test this breakout, and then it held it. So, and then from last week, and that's where we look at getting that trigger for the long setup. And also, if we take a look at the 30-minute chart here, you can see that there is a little trend line coming down here, and essentially, trying to hold this. And you notice that the 5-day EMA is kind of hover right below that 5-day EMA and come down. And then as it progressed, here's the Martin Luther King's birthday holiday here. There was no trading. Then the following day, it actually went back up on the open on the first 30-minute. It went back up to that 5-day EMA. Certainly, you could be a little aggressive and also, either into a long trade here, or possibly want to get above this level here, this pivot point, and into a long trade. But that would be a little bit of a aggressive entry, because you never know would it hold up. Because if we, as the day progresses, you can see that this day here on this retracement here at this point, it actually went back below that entry point. So that might have spooked you out if you went in. Unless you're doing a day trade, then it might make sense. And then here's another bar that actually came down and touches the 5-day EMA, and then it bounces off. So the way to trade is probably wait until the close, and you probably want to pick it up at the near the close here. So when we see that, wait for the close here, and then if we go back to the daily chart, so you can see that the daily chart, here's the that particular day, the day before the Martin Luther King holiday, right? And it came down. See, before we actually do that, we want to take a look at here, right? Here's the breakdown, right? The breakout here, and it went up to somewhere around this 32 level and came back down, and then test this baseline, and it held that baseline. And here, some people might think this is an evening star, and this would be a really bearish type of a formation. But this is only true if it's on the top here, down here on the retracement, or even on the bottom. These type of a candle formation is not bearish, neither is it bullish. So we just play it. Right? So as it come down and we see it, retest this baseline, it held. So then if you take a look on the following day, that's when it went above that. Right? And in addition to that, you notice that there is this trend line here that we'll also be playing, and that's basically that trend line on this intraday here. Right? So we are essentially looking for a breakout of this trend line here, and this is that point right there. This this particular trend line here. Right? Let me get that in there and take this out. Okay. So you can see you could actually enter the trade right at this point here. And again, we're saying on the intraday chart on that 30-minute, that would be a little bit tricky. But definitely, if you want to be aggressive, you could do that. Ideally, what we're going to do, you want to set up and enter here. Then, essentially, you're playing based on this breakout here. Right? You're assuming this, breakout came back, retest, and it held. Then here's your, stop will be somewhere around here. If this breakout is still going to be a false breakout, let's say it came back down at this level here, then you will definitely exit your trade. So that's basically what you're playing for. And then as it progresses, we will see that as it come out, it just come back up, and now that's the last Friday close. So essentially, we are playing for this particular breakout on this trend line here after it have held this particular baseline on this level here. Then now the projection is, remember that little bull flag that we're talking about on the weekly. Here's this this bull flag here, and then here's the let me see. Okay, let's go back here and get on this. Right here's the flagpole, and we got a major move up here. Then we could see that will give us somewhere around of this 34 and change near the 35 level, right? But then also you can see that this particular cup and handle pattern here that we drawn out on the weekly chart here, and that would give you this particular major move here, and possibly the price target of 36. So that's one of the way to use technical analysis to kind of set up your trade. Of course, nothing is guaranteed. It's not necessarily going to be a profitable trade, but the thing is, you kind of put the odd on your favor right now, and you basically now you essentially just sort of managing your trade. So, for example, if we're taking this trade here and use this as a stop down there, this particular low as a stop, and if you enter right near the close, right, then you set up your parameters, and essentially you could see that this is your 1R. Here's your risk price level. So this is your 1R. So you could get up here 1R, and then here's 2R. So now you could basically manage this. If you get up here, you might want to peel some off, or you could also move your stop and maybe break even, depending on how aggressive you are. Or you could just leave it until it get up to 1R, and then move your stop to break even trade. So those are the type of trading plan and also technical analysis technique that one could use to set up a trade. So hopefully that will help.